You may have noticed a lot of people eating on the sidewalks these days. Food trucks have hit the streets of St. Louis, and Angela Antkowiak managed to track down one of the leaders of this gourmet revolution.
For many people, lunch or dinner often means a trip to the drive-through window. But one local business is putting a new spin on the concept of fast food by driving the restaurant to the customer. These days, lunchtime is Cha Cha time.
I'll have 2 grilled fish tacos. Somebody had mentioned there was a food truck, came down and tried it, fell in love with it, and this is my 3rd time in the past probably month and a half I've been back. It's hard to get out of this medical school complex where we're at. So we just come walking down. It's nice to get away, grab our food, and go on back. Pretty good. My favorite. And the fries are excellent, too.
Cha Cha Chow is the brainchild of Linda Jones and Candace Davis, 2 veterans in the St. Louis restaurant industry.
I had this food truck thing on the brain, and I thought, I am not doing it by myself. And
No way.
So I just kind of had written that off. And then kind of simultaneously, Linda had said, let's do something.
It's hot over here. I can't remember everything. The food truck came up and we were like, yeah, St. Louis, we kind of researched it. Nobody really had one. So here we are.
With no precedent for food trucks in the city, the task of actually getting Cha Cha on the road proved more difficult than the ladies had anticipated.
It just didn't fit in the form.
There was not a box. We were outside the box immediately just to get inspected. They were like, well, where's, where's the building? We're not really a building.
Jamie, I want the spicy ketchup.
Once the logistics were figured out, Cha Cha was finally able to hit the road.
We were issued the very first in St. Louis, the very first roaming food permit.
Can I have the regular ketchup?
Mobile kitchens are a concept almost as old as lunch itself. During the westward expansion of the mid-1800s, chuck wagons supplied meals to hungry cattle drivers. As the urbanization of the country grew, food trucks sprouted up on busy streets, usually outside of industrial sites, to feed laborers and blue-collar workers. Often referred to as roach coaches, they were seen as a less sanitary counterpart to sit-down restaurants. But these days, the food truck has undergone a 5-star metamorphosis and managed to shed its roach coach stigma.
So it's like got a sweet spicy thing going on?
Most of the people that run these trucks have been chefs, have been managers in restaurants.
For many chefs, these mobile kitchens allow the opportunity to try innovative menus and ingredients without the financial risks of a brick-and-mortar restaurant.
This style of restaurateuring allows for improvisation in a way that you really don't see in traditional restaurants. The costs to run a food truck are lower, and so these guys really can kind of be super creative.
We just wanted to put our own little twist on it, sort of like the curried sweet potato taco. Because, really the taco is just the vessel to get it out the window so that you can hold it and eat, and anything can go in it. So we have fun experimenting with that.
It gets people out of fast food chain dining and getting to know different types of flavors and textures in foods. Because when you're spending $4 for something, you can take that risk a lot more easily than you can if you're sitting down to a $30 or $40 meal.
My favorite thing is the fish tacos. Excellent. I recommend them.
Since its maiden voyage, Cha Cha Chow has managed to build a passionate and loyal customer base by utilizing social media sites like Facebook and Twitter.
It's awesome.
We have many, many followers. They are very reactive to us because of Twitter. And, as the Twitter followers become greater exponentially, so do the sales.
Social media was almost made for the food truck because they're like, guess where we're going to be today? You have to follow our Twitter feed in order to find out. And that hide and seek, I think, is something that people really enjoy.
people in that 20 to 35 age range are driving the food culture of St. Louis so quickly, and it's been great.
The food truck renaissance has brought a new dimension to an already vibrant St. Louis dining scene and new life to the city's downtown streets.
And when these trucks come to a large place of business, it makes it fun for the people that work there too. I mean, why eat a frozen dinner at your desk when you can come down here and get a taco for the same amount of money?
We're doing everything on site in there, so we just want to make sure that we are giving people the best food they can possibly get, whether it's from a food truck or a restaurant.